It is now time to talk with Suzanne Levine, Executive Director for the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. We're going to be talking about the installation of board officers that they had this week. Suzanne, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much for having me on this very interesting, snowy, frozen day.
Suzanne, you had a very exciting and important week at the Chamber. You guys hosted the virtual installation of officers for the Chamber of Commerce. Let's first talk about that virtual ceremony and some details on who your new officers are.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We have a fabulous board this year. Dr. Mike Pizzamonti from Health Quest Physical Therapy. He actually, a few years ago, was our young entrepreneur of the Chamber. And we have Dr. Manu Malhotra, Chief Medical Officer from Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital. He too has joined our board, and we're very lucky. It's almost like having our own private physician on the board to advise us about COVID and other ways that we can stay healthy. So we're really excited about these two new members.
Suzanne, how important is it to have this installation for the Chamber looking into the new year?
I think it's really important because I think it gives the community an opportunity to see who the board is and to hopefully engage with them. I've been trying to do this sort of new initiative where I'm actually connecting some of our members directly with them so that perhaps our board can offer them some advice, or maybe it's just a great connection for them.
Suzanne, could you give us a little bit of insight into how you guys choose the new board members for the year, what type of qualifications that they need to have, if they already need to be involved with the Chamber? If you could go into some more detail about what the qualifications are for those new board members.
Well, typically, a person that wants to be on our board has to have sort of a proven track record of doing things service for the board. For example, at the Chamber, actually. So maybe they're a business ambassador like our Holly Francis with Connect Pay, or Eric Glick, who's a Glick law firm. They've been on the board for many years. But before that, prior to that, they showed a commitment to actually doing things, volunteering their time, so that the board has an idea that these people will be very productive and engaged board members.
Suzanne, what type of responsibilities do those board members have with the Chamber of Commerce? Obviously making sure that those businesses in the Greater West Bloomfield community are matched with each other, helping out with that, doing those Google classes that you guys offer there. But with those new board members that you guys have, what types of responsibilities will they have this year?
Well, we have several different committees that they can join. And I think the other thing that's really important to note is that typically a board is there to oversee what the executive director or the CEO or the CFO is doing. So part of their responsibility really is to make sure that I'm doing my job and making sure that we are fiscally viable, and that all the things that I've promised the board that I would do, that I'm actually fulfilling that promise. They are not really involved in the day-to-day operations. That's why they have an executive director or a CEO or a president, but they definitely are engaged with the community, and that's why I'm trying to do whatever I can to make sure that they understand their obligation is not just to overseeing, what's going on in the Chamber, but also in the community.
Suzanne, you mentioned that the board members are there to have conversations with you, making sure that all the things that you're promising and wanting to do in the community are getting carried out there. What types of conversations do you guys have at your board meetings or in day-to-day conversations about, helping the Greater West Bloomfield community, especially headed into this year?
Well, we have like a vision. And usually there are things that I've planned, whether it's our leadership breakfasts, our awards breakfasts, our health fair. We've reintroduced our Cup of Connections, where now we're going to be doing this on the second Friday of every month, where we're inviting our chamber members to open up their business and allow people to come in and network. I think there is a need from the community to want to have some in-person events. So, part of it is just, laying out a plan and then seeing what resources I need to make sure that these plans can be executed properly.
Suzanne, you mentioned having in-person events. You originally planned to host the installation of board members in person for a brunch, but with the rising number of COVID cases in Michigan, you guys decided to change it to a virtual installation. What went into that decision to decide to do it virtually?
Well, I had a discussion with the venue, and they told me there were quite a few of Omicron cases there, and I discussed it with my board, and we felt that, to be on the safe side, to be more prudent and cautious, because there were some board members that were very hesitant about, being with such a large crowd. So I discussed it with Tyler, who is phenomenal, and we worked out a plan so that we could still go ahead with the installation. And Judge D'Agostini, 48th District Court judge, who has been phenomenal. She's a great sport. She loves officiating. She agreed also to do it virtually, and so it all kind of came together. And we're very grateful, because I think it's important for the community to understand, what the chamber is about. I'm usually the face of the chamber, but it's nice to see the people behind the scenes that are also trying to make sure that our community is vibrant and strong.
Suzanne, as we wrap up, if you wanted to share a little bit about how our viewers would be able to watch that installation of your board members or get involved with the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce.
Well, I believe that it's being replayed and it's on demand on civiccentertv.com. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube also. I guess that's something that I need to, find out from Tyler. I did send out an e-blast. I will put more information on our website on how to watch it. And certainly we're always looking for new members that can contribute to our chamber. They can contact me at wbloomfieldchamber@gmail.com or 248-626-3636, or just go to our website, westbloomfieldchamber.com, and see some of the exciting new events that we are planning. And, hopefully the pandemic, which they say is going to be endemic, won't cause any more pivots. But we're here to reinvent ourselves and make sure that our community, our business community, which is the backbone of our community, stays vibrant and strong.
Well, Suzanne, thank you so much for taking time out of your Friday to join me this morning.
Well, thank you again for all you do to serve our community.
Thanks, Suzanne.